Hello, welcome back. So I haven't posted in quite a while, but here is the S12 in all its stripped down glory. So it's getting quite a makeover now. Going to a Honda radiator, so it's much smaller. Don't need a big one. It's now purely drag car, no longer street registered. G42 1450, roughly there-ish. Exhaust will probably go out the guard, just because save weight, don't need an exhaust all the way to the back. At the moment it's a mock-up motor, so it's one of the spare T30 slash P12 heads that I have, just on an old block, so we can build manifolds and everything else. But yeah, so intercooler's changing. We're going to go to a water-to-air setup. Thin-walled stainless tube manifold, so it's a collector into 4 into 1. And then I'll cut that down, put a bend on it. Like a Pro Mod style manifold. Not sure on wastegates yet. I've got two 40s and I've got a 45mm, but we may just go to a 50 or a 60 and yeah, and dump it straight down to the ground. Car's had all the rear end changed, so it's gone from standard H190, it now has a Ford 9-inch with floaters under there. Just painted the boot, so under here the shocks come up through here and mount on there on both sides. Then it has holes up there and over there for the anti-roll bar to drop through, all the way over there. And yeah, so it's the Mood Motorsports anti-roll bar, which is going in the car. Has drop links to go down to the diff. And now we have, shouldn't be showing myself, but we have the the interior fully stripped out, or mostly, getting ready to paint it. Got to pull the handbrake out, cables caught underneath the car, so jack it up, get that out. Dash is coming out tomorrow. Paint the entire interior and roll cage in body colour. So this colour here, which is also what I sprayed this yesterday. Door trim's coming out because I hacked them to fit around the door bar. That one's not too bad, it still looks shit. And so is this one. So, door trim's out. I'm not going to worry about rewiring in electric windows, so windows will stay up permanently, and the aluminium or carbon fibre trims on both sides, and rear quarter trims. I need to blank off that so I don't get smoke in the car when I do a burnout. But yeah, you can see it's all coming along. Nearly all the sound deadening's out. There's a little bit there, and just down there, it's at floor level. All the floor's already gone, so we'll strip that out later this week before we paint the interior, whilst everything's out of the car. We're looking at going to a motorsport style pedal box, either a top swing mount or a floor mount. We haven't decided yet. It's going to come down to what fits. Like, I've already sized myself up in the car, worked out where, because I can actually bring the pedals forwards and still be comfortable quite easily. And I've got about an inch to go in the seat, and I'll still be able to reach the shifter quite well. We are going to a hydraulic handbrake, so I'll launch off a hydraulic handbrake because this is a stick shift car. So it's got a 5-speed R34 gearbox in it, which has dog arrangement gear set from 1st to 4th, and we only use up to 4th gear on the drag strip anyway, so this car will never see 5th being used. And we'll go to a quick release steering wheel, which will pull the steering wheel back about an inch and a half, so that'll be alright once we move the seat back slightly and put the pedal box in. 100% of the factory wiring gone out of the car. Actually, I lie. The only bit of factory wiring left will be the tail light harness will come round to here. I've already cut it down. have a Deutsch connector on it, and we are going to a Nexus R3, which we already have, a PDM 16, and it's also getting EGTs this time. So yeah, everything will be ran off the Heltec. So to here is factory, and then from there 100% of the car is not factory, as we will run a bulkhead connector probably on this side somewhere, brake master, brake boosters going, clutch masters going from there. The only things mounted on the firewall on this side will be the reservoirs, and the nitrous will go back over here. We're looking at maybe running 4 nitrous foggers instead of 1. We ran 1 before, which we never really used because we had a smaller turbo. But yeah, so it fed in before the intake, whereas now it's going to feed most probably in the runners underneath, with hard lines. Should look quite trick. But yeah, once the interior is painted, we're then going to start putting that back together. I have modified engine cross member, because this one is actually spaced down 10mm. You can see an aluminium spacer just there. So I've modified a cross member, and S12 actually have to get in under here to do this bolt up. So I've plated that off and I've cut out the back, and you can come in from the back then and get a spanner in there and actually do it up and undo it. So I've got to paint that 2-pack black when I do the diff. That'll come back in. And as always with me, things escalated. So what happened was, at the track we blew a Welch plug out the back, didn't know because we were pitted on grass, and I wasn't monitoring on my dash, I wasn't monitoring coolant pressure, so I didn't know the coolant pressure had dropped. Dumped all the coolant out on the grass. We went out, made a pass, and half track it started laying over. By full track it was gone, and I'd backed off. We ran a 10.5 or a 10.6 with it laying over from half, but it warped every exhaust, what do you call them, your valve seats. So had no compression, engine was cranking like it had no spark plugs in it. We forgot to take the laptop to the track, so we packed it up because it wouldn't start. Come home, we knew it had no compression, pulled the engine out, and it was when I was pulling the engine out, I found the Welch plug in the gear, in the bell housing, so it had actually blown the rear one out. And that's our 2-litre, but I've since purchased late last year a 2.2-litre Nitto stroker bottom end, and this has come from Andrew Hawkins out of Jet 200. So this has Plasman girdle, Plasman billet main caps, 2.2-litre stroker crank, I-beam rods, and CP pistons, I think they are, is what they use for Nitto. So that's ready. It's drilled out for 1/2-inch head studs. I've since had the head rebuilt, which is in this tub. So the head's been rebuilt. It's checked out all fine. It's not soft. No other damage apart from warped seats. And that's been drilled out for 1/2-inch head studs as well. This also has 1/2-inch main studs. So that head will go on this motor and will go in here. So we're upgrading to a 2.2-litre with a G42 1450 nitrous, and fuel tank and everything's been removed from the boot. So we're going to run big fuel cell in the front here underneath the headlight cover. So you lift the headlight cover up to fill it. Dry sump tank here, because we're going to dry sump as well. And yeah, and might not put it straight on methanol. Might go on E85 just for the first little bit, but it's definitely going to end up on methanol. So basically we're aiming for 1,000 to 1,200 rear wheel horsepower through the manual, and 9-inch. Yeah, so we're really shooting for the stars this time, not mucking around anymore. Yeah, it's taken a while to get to this point, but I think it's time we stepped our game up and stepped it all up. you know, thanks for watching me ramble, and I'll actually start getting production based videos rather than just a single take on my phone. I've got a few GoPros and whatnot, so we're starting to video stuff, and I'll start to edit and learn that side of things and start to actually produce a decent video.